Welcome to this beginner yoga that's actually doable. It's going to be simple, gentle, easy to follow for your whole body. I think even my experienced yoga practitioners are going to love this class. My name is Melissa. We're going to start lying down. You're not going to need any props for this class. We'll start lying down to transition from whatever's come before into this class. So you can lie down with your knees bent, your feet flat on the floor. Just let the weight of your body sink into the ground. And each time you breathe out, you can allow tension to melt down and into the earth a little bit more. As you're resting here, you can do a scan of your body. Notice how your body's feeling. And again, just let your body sink into the support of the earth underneath you. Then you can feel your breath coming in and out of your body. No need to fix or change it in any way. Just feel your breath coming in and going out. And just like this class, let your breath be gentle. And at the beginning of a class, we set our intention for what we would like to receive in the class. So just consider why you're here, what you would like to receive from this class, and you can set your intention for the rest of the class. And then you can take your feet as wide as your mat and your arms out to your sides, just at a relaxed distance and a little bit lower than shoulder height. And we're going to do some knee sway, so sway your knees from side to side. knees sway to the left, think about reaching your right knee away and opening up your front hip. And then when your knees sway to the right, think about reaching your left knee away and opening up the front of your left hip. So try that for a few rounds. And then you can come back to center. Just notice how you feel in your hips and your spine. And then you're going to cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh, open up your right knee, draw your left leg in. You can hold on behind your knee, keep your left knee bent, and you'll feel that in the outside of your right leg and into your right glutes. You can release that side down. Pause in the middle, just feel the difference between both sides. And then cross your left ankle over the top of your right thigh, open up your left knee, draw your right leg in, hold on behind your right knee, keep your right knee bent. And then you can release your both legs down again, pause in the middle here again. And then you're going to press both feet into the ground. You can have your hands down by the side of your body. Curl your tailbone up. Use your core muscles, your abdominal muscles, to lift your spine off the ground. So we're rolling your spine up bone by bone by bone. Inhale at the top. And exhale, you're going to roll down through your spine, bone by bone by bone. So a little spinal articulation, a little abdominal engagement. Inhale. Exhale, scoop out your abs, roll up through your spine. Feel the whole bottom of your foot. And roll back down.
Good morning.
Shoulders relaxed. We'll do one more. Just pause here for a moment. Draw your knees into your chest. And then you can roll to your side or rock yourself up. And from here, you're going to come to all fours. So from all fours, you're going to place your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. If this bothers your wrist, you can always come onto your forearms. Or you could come onto fists, whatever works best for you. And we're just going to do some cat pose to warm up your spine a little bit more. Exhaling and rounding. Inhaling and arching. Drawing your head and your tail closer together. And then opening your heart to the ground. Opening your heart to the sky. Let's take that to the side so we can open up your side body a bit. And the other side. Maybe you can feel your spine becoming more flexible as you do this. More juicy. And then come back to center, and you're going to come up onto your knees, and you're going to walk your left leg through. So as you walk your left leg through, tilt your pelvis forward, and we're opening up the front of your right hip. You can bring your right arm up to open up your right hip more. And breathe and hold. Relax your shoulder down. Then take your right arm to the outside of your left knee. Come into a rotation. Nice twist through your spine. Come back to center. We're going to switch your legs. So you're going to step your right leg through now. And tilt your pelvis so you feel an opening in the front of your left hip. And then you can lift your left arm. Feel how that opens your left hip a little bit more, and breathe. At a rotation, left hand to the outside of your right knee, rotate. And then from here, we're going to come up to standing. So you can just, right from here, stand up. Okay, from standing, we're going to do a pose called mountain pose, which just allows us to align our bodies, feel our stability and centeredness in a world that's chaotic and crazy. It allows us to come back to our still, centered, calm. So take your feet underneath your hips, lift and spread your toes, press your legs into the ground, and you'll feel your spine will lengthen up. Roll your shoulders back and down, draw your ears over your shoulders. You can hear things going on around me. That's what I mean. This pose helps us find our center in a world that's always moving and making a lot of noise around us. That's what mountain pose is all about. And so in a world also where we're used to distracting ourselves, like a boring pose like mountain pose helps us find our stillness, our centeredness, our quietness, our inner calm, our inner resources, rather than reaching for outer distractions. So just notice how it feels to find that inner resource. And then from here, you're going to take your arms overhead. Inhale up. You're going to exhale, side bend. So open up the side body.
Morning. Nice place to have a coffee.
And then lower your arms down again, and we're going to come into tree pose. So tree pose is a balancing pose. You can turn your left toes out. You're going to stand on your right leg, and you're going to have your toes either on the ground, somewhere on your or somewhere on your leg. And the higher up your leg you bring it, the more challenging the balance will be. You can place your hands here at your heart center, where you can lift them overhead. So again, this pose may be challenging for you in terms of balance, or it may be simple for you in terms of balance. And if it's simple, just notice how it just can bring you into your still center. And if it's challenging, find a spot to focus on that's not moving. Lower your foot down closer to the ground. Maybe even find something like a chair or a wall to support you. But I've just been noticing in my own practice lately that it's okay to be with these simple poses and to find my still center. There's a real joy and contentment in that. Okay, and then we're going to switch sides. So maybe just give that a little shake out between the sides. This time you're going to stand on your left leg. You're going to turn your right toes out, and you can keep your toes on the ground or somewhere on the inside of your leg. The higher up your leg you move it, the more challenging it's going to be. And notice how it's different from one side to the other. You can have your hands at your heart center. You can take your arms overhead. You can focus on something that's not moving. If you want more of a challenge, you can look towards the horizon. And again, everybody's going to be different with balance, and that's fine. Every day is going to be different. But it's easy. Just notice that nervous system reaction that wants to make everything harder, that feels more comfortable with making everything harder. and see what it's like to be with something more gentle, more easy. Could your nervous system get comfortable with things being easy too? Are you breathing? Is your breathing easy? Okay, so you're going to release this down. And again, let's just shake it out a little bit. Okay, now we're going to take our feet wide on our mats. Wide. You're going to turn your left toes out, your right toes in. You're going to sink down through your left sit bone. We're going to come into warrior two, which means your arms are going to come up parallel to the ground. When you do this, think about using your back muscles to lift your arms, not your shoulders. That way you're not going to get fatigued. Your back's a lot stronger than your shoulders. So really pull the back shoulder blades together, use the back muscles here, and look out over your left fingertips. And again, just notice what it's like to be in the stillness. To feel your own strength, your own inner stability. And then let's side bend from here. So take your left elbow to your left knee, circle your right arm around, open up your side body here, open up your chest here. You're going to come up, turn your toes in, just shake it out for your legs a little bit. Okay, so now with your legs wide in the center, you're going to roll your pelvis over your hip bones and come into a wide-legged standing forward fold. You can let your head dangle here. And just notice how calming and soothing this feels. And then you're going to slowly come up. Okay, and when you come up, turn your right toes out now, your left toes in. You're going to sink down through your left sit bone here. Turn your left knee out so you can see your big left toe. And again, when we lift our arms, let's use our back. So open your chest, use your back muscles, not your shoulders, and look over top of your right fingertips. Bend your right elbow, circle your left arm around and open your chest. Feel your side body being opened here. And then you're going to slowly lower that down. And you're going to come up, bring your legs in, and we're going to twist. So you're going to rotate to your left, lift your right heel, rotate to your right, lift your left heel. And then come back to center. Take your legs wide, and you're going to roll your pelvis over your leg bones again, coming into that wide-legged standing forward fold again. We're going to come back up to standing. And from standing, we're going to come down onto your stomach. Okay, so we've switched locations because the generators started going, and that's the reality of filming outside and filming in real time when I speak to you rather than doing a voiceover, is that we do deal with a lot of outdoor noise. This is real yoga for real people. We always have been since 2009. So yeah, new location, if you're wondering why, and you're on your bellies now. So on your belly, you're gonna rest all the way down on your belly, your forehead on the ground. My forehead's not on the ground so I don't smoosh the mic. There are no mice. You're gonna rock your hips from side to side just to release your low back, okay? And then you're gonna tuck your right toes under, lift your knee and reach back through your heel, and feel how that creates some space in your low back. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Tuck your left toes under, lift your knee and reach back through your heel. Feel the space that creates. And then you're gonna have your left elbow parallel to the front of the mat. Bend your right knee. You can reach around, hold onto your foot or your ankle, roll your shoulder back and down, pull your ankle or foot away and come up. You're in a little back bend called Dhanurasana or half bow pose, which is really nice because you probably are feeling a stretch along your quadricep muscle, the front of your thigh, and you're getting a nice little opening through your chest. And then you're going to release that side, rest all the way down on the ground again, forehead on the ground, everything. Rock your hips from side to side, release any tension that you may have accumulated in your low back. Now your right arm is parallel to the front of the mat. You're going to bend your left knee and then reach around, hold your foot or your ankle, roll your left shoulder back and down, and then pull your heel away from your buttocks. And you'll feel a stretch on your front of your left thigh and opening your left side of your chest. And then you can lower down, wiggle your hips again. And then you're going to roll over onto your back. Okay, on your back here, just let things settle a bit. Then you're going to bend your right knee. Take your arms out into a soft T, arms just a little lower than shoulder height. You're going to tuck your left hip under and cross your right knee over your body. Your knee doesn't have to touch the ground. We're just in a gentle twist. Then come back to center, press into your right foot, untuck your hips, pause here. Just let your spine unravel. And then bend your left knee, press into your foot, tuck your right hip under, cross your left knee over. So you're in a gentle twist here. Then come onto your back again, press into your left foot, untuck your hips. And you're going to come into your final resting position, which is called Savasana. You can have your hands to your side still. You can place your hands on your belly, wherever's comfortable. If your low back's bothering you, you can always bend your knees. So this is one of the most important parts of the class because it allows you to integrate, to receive everything that you've done. It allows your body to rest and settle. And usually in this part of the class, I sit up and read my students a poem, and my students really love that. So I'm going to read you a poem. This poem is called You Pick by Rosemerry, Wahtola, Trommer. Strawberries, said the roadside sign, big red letters on a white washed board. We followed the signs to the farmer's field and wandered into long green rows, one stiff blue carton in my hands. Such blessing to kneel on the ground and gather ripe red sweetness with our fingertips, to pull the small fruits into our mouths and hum as their sun-warmed flesh turned to juice on our tongues. How simple to smile, thinking of nothing but finding the deepest red berries, praising our back road luck. Oh, innocent moments spent only in joy, forgetting for a moment how everything is fragile. These minutes we lived in such generous sweetness, such abundant red sweetness, such wholly shared sweetness, the kind of sweetness so real that while you're in it, you slip out of time and mistake the sweetness for eternity. So as you're resting back here, I just want to let you know how much it means to me that you're here and practicing with me, practicing all the way to the end. If this video meant something to you, if you enjoy the practice, it does really help us out if you press the like button. If you'd like to do more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel. And also, feel free to share with anybody else that might like a simple, easy to follow, and gentle beginner yoga class. And you can put, why don't you put in the comments how simple to smile, and then I'll know you practiced all the way to the end with me. So start to wiggle and stretch out. And as you do, just to let you know that I have loads of beginner yoga classes on this channel. I think I looked at the playlist and it was like over 60, maybe even close to 70 of them. But what I have in my membership community is that because I've created them over 16 years, they were in kind of this in a chronological order, like over the years. And in my membership community, what I've done is I put them in an order that makes most sense for you to actually start from the beginning and learn yoga. So if you're an absolute beginner yogi, you want to learn yoga in a way that makes sense, that's organized for you into a course, I've got that in my membership community, and it's also ad-free because it's not on YouTube if ads are an issue for you. So just to let you know that's there, there's links to it. And if you're already a member, you can just go to that as well. That could be a really nice thing to do as well. So I'm sending you so much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our Pacific Ocean. May you be as rooted as the old growth trees in our forest. And may you be strong as our mountains.